All right. Kenzo noticed the sound of the raindrops beating on the window. It finally started to rain. It had begun later than the weather report had predicted. What else could you be doing on a Friday night? You know, it's raining here. It's not. Whatever. Kenzo, as if being summoned by the by the sound of the rain, approached the window. The sound of the rain is the sound of silence. That scared the shit out of me. I thought something was at my door. Okay. That sound feels quieter than any silence and makes humans remember that in the end they are alone from when they are born to when they die. Oh. Were those words directed at the rainy sky? No one could be seen in the direction of Kenzo's gaze. Who are you talking to?
私とお前の奇跡の宴を。今こそこの島は現世より切り離された。もう誰も私の儀式の邪魔をすることはできぬ。お前にふさわしい生贄は十分にあるぞ。息子たちが4人、その伴侶が3人。
Because Rosa.
孫たちが4人。
The kids too, bro?
私に客に使用人たち。
Him, his guests, and the servants.
どれでも好きなだけ食らうがいい。
God,
運命の鍵は悪魔のルーレットに従い生贄を選ぶであろう。
Okay, just for a quick recap, this guy believes in a kind of magic that's like, if it happens, it happens. So like, if you live, it's magic. You call it magic after.
そのルーレットが私を選ぶならば、私すらもお前の生贄となろう。
But what is the goal of this? I'm not too sure.
だが、だからこそなのだ。
From his perspective.
それだけの狂気をかけるからこそ、私は必ずや偉大な奇跡を起こすだろう。さあ、好きなだけ食らうがいい。私はそのルーレットに打ち勝つだろう。
So he's betting his own life, willingly.
さあ、すべてを落とすぞ。まずは後ろ宮家の家督を返そう。受け取るがいい。
As Kinzo violently opened the window, he ripped the golden ring from his finger and forcefully threw it away. Okay, there we go. At that moment, thunder resounded, giving the illusion that the lightning had accepted the ring.
そしてお前が蘇った時、そこにいるのは私であるだろう。
Okay.
私が最後まで生き残り、お前の目覚めを見守るだろう。さあ来たれ、ベアトリーチェ。ようこそ我が宴。私が生み出した全てと引き換えに、私にもう一度だけ奇跡を見せておくれ。おお、ベアトリーチェ。
Okay. Okay. is 6 o'clock. So shit's about to get real, is what I'm getting. A news sticker popped up on top of the TV program we were watching. The disaster report told how municipalities all over were continually sending out rain, flood, and wave warnings. Of course, the harshly beating raindrops on the window were much more convincing.
すっげえ降りだな。でもこれだけ盛大だとすぐにやみそうな気もするけどな。
そりゃ雨ぜ。台風の速度が遅いそうだから、下手すりゃ明日も丸一日こんな調子らしいぜ。ちょっとの天気でも船は欠航するもんだしよ。
やっぱり日曜日のうちには引き上げられないか。念のため月曜日に外部とのスケジュールを入れなくて正解だったよ。
ってことは月曜の学校はサボれそうだな。
Do y'all rich kids even have to go to
島生
school?
活ってのも悪くないもんだぜ。
Well, he's not rich for real.
もうそう
I
や。
guess.
ジェシカは登校って毎日船で通ってるわけだろ。船が欠航したら学校はどうなるんだ。カメハメハ大王並みに雨が降ったらお休みで風が吹いたら遅刻してか。
船が出なきゃ休みになるぜ。もっともそう甘くはねえけどな。
Yeah, her mama probably got her doing multiplication tables.
大抵その代わりに自習が指示されて、後でかっちりと見られるから、そうそう気楽でもねえさ。
例えば梅雨なんかの長く天気が崩れる時期だと数日間くらい登校できないこともあるんじゃねえのか。
そういうこともあるぜ。でも毎日きっちり担任から電話がかかってきて、どう自習しろ、何を提出しろと酸っぱく指導されるけどな。
バトラ君が考えてるほど簡単にはサボれないよ。船で通う人たちのルールに従ってしっかり勉強をしているよ。
むしろ登校できた方が気楽だぜ。自分の部屋じゃ気が散るし、集中もできねえしな。それでいて問題集ばっかり数日もやらされてると、かなり精神的に応えるもんがあるぜ。大学の時にはよ、寮のあるところに入ってさっさとこんな不便な島はおさらばしたいもんだぜ。
へえ。じゃあよ、ちなみに行きは天気が良くても帰りは悪くて欠航ってなったらどうすんだ。学校に泊まるのか。
そういうのはよくあることだぜ。だから帰島できない人用の宿泊所があってよ、そこに寝泊まりするんだよ。下手すりゃ数日間家に帰れないこともあったりするぜ。
Yeah, this living on an island shit seems pretty ass.
乗車率 200% を超えるような満員電車で
Especially
毎日
a
通勤通学しなければならない
mostly
人から見てみる
uninhabited
と、
island.
船の通学なんて趣があって良さそうだななんて無責任に思っちゃうけど、
Girl, George, shut up.
やっぱりいろいろと苦労があるんだね。
Girl, George, shut up.
よく無神経な観光客がそういうこと言ってるぜ。
You can't say that post-COVID. I'm sorry.
私は島の生活なんてもうお腹いっぱいだね。
It is the 80s.
早く高校出てこんな島とはおさらばしたいぜ。
高校にだって全寮制のところとかあったろうよ。なんでわざわざ新島の学校を選んだんだよ。
私は最初からそれを希望してたぜ。でもおふくろがよ、当主後継ぎとしての修行やらマナーやらがうんぬんってうるさくてよ、結局高校も地元になっちまったのさ。こんな島はごめんだぜ。早く都会で生活したいよ。雨が降ろうが槍が降ろうがラフな格好でサンダルを履けば5分足らずでコンビニに行けるような都会に引っ越したいぜ。
Okay, that was kind of a weird way to say that.
もう少しの辛抱だ
Maybe
よ。
it's a phrase.
高校卒業まであとちょっとでしょ。
そのちょっとも我慢できねえぜ。
I get it, girl. I hate it too. Or I've been there. Jessica stretched out and reclined on the sofa. Maybe because now was a bad time slot, there weren't any interesting programs on. And we had nothing to do but languidly kill time until we were called for dinner. In the end, Maria had not returned. Jesus Christ. Maria had not returned to the cousin's room. She had probably been brought back to the mansion by Auntie Rosa. It had to be pretty boring for Maria, all by herself while the adults are having a confusing conversation. We thought we might head over to the mansion to see her, but after all, there was this lousy weather. And there wasn't much time until dinner, so we stayed where we were. Someone go check on that little girl, damn. I mean, at that time, we heard the sound of a humble knock. Jessica answered.
Hi.
Cannon, who was talking to Grandpa. Or was that Shannon? It was Cannon. Right? It was a long time ago. And I don't trust either of them. Cannon and Grandpa. And I honestly don't think Grandpa, like, I don't know. Okay. It was Cannon Coon's voice. He went to all the trouble of coming from the mansion in this rain just to call us over. Couldn't he have just called us on the telephone? Oh well. Maybe sometimes part of a servant's duty is to go against common sense.
なんとなくお腹が空いてきた頃だったしね。行こうか。
My last theory, before anything starts all this off, is that someone is going to use the name of the witch to commit the ritual. But who? George turned off the television and stood up.
俺はとっくにペコペコ。本家の晩餐は毎回凝ってるしな。それにゴーダさん、子牛のステーキとか言ってなかったっ
He
け？
sure did.
たまらねえぜ。
親族会議の日は特に豪華になるしな。私だって楽しみだぜ。行こう行こう。
As we left the room, Canon Kun bowed silently and respectfully.
じゃあ行こうぜ。外の振りはだいぶひどいだろう。
はい。お召し物を濡らさぬよう十分ご注意ください。
Like, what do you do in your spare time, Canon? Because even Shannon hangs out with George. And you hang out with Grandpa? Okay. After seeing the three of us out, Canon Kun peered into the empty room. Kumasawa eats mackerel. Goda is a dick. And Genji also hangs out with Grandpa.
マリア様はいらっしゃいませんか？
Wait. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah. Everyone's still here.
一緒じゃないぜ。ローザおばさんと一緒じゃないのかよ。
Rosa, lying on a sofa in the empty parlor, had fallen asleep at some point. She was bearing a burden on her shoulders that the children could never even imagine. Therefore, when she let herself relax, that exhaustion— I'm so tired of the chandelier, I'm so sorry. That exhaustion quickly led her into the world of sleep. It's a great chandelier, but like, I want a new angle. Realizing this, Genji brought a blanket over her. When he tried to spread it over her, her eyes snapped open as though she had received an electric shock. Where's Maria? Girl! When she realized that the thing had touched her was just a blanket and that Genji had been considerately giving it to her, she let out a sigh of relief. Oh, poor girl. Okay, but let's go find Maria, dog. It's raining too hard. in the time. It's a... Come on.
今は何時なの？
She was sleeping? She had to sleep off her anger after beating her child? As for the time, Genji checked a pocket watch that he took out of his chest pocket.
6時を少し過ぎたところです。
Rosa gave her head a little shake as she realized that even though it felt like she had slept for a long time, not much time had actually passed. Even though she didn't feel rested at all, the drowsiness that wrapped around her felt
あ
very
りが
deep.
とう。毛布は結構よ。
Girl, stop the bullshit.
変な時間に眠っちゃダメね。すっかり時間の感覚が狂っちゃったわ。
Boo.
とうとう降り出したのね。
Rosa finally realized that the peaceful sound that put her to sleep was actually the rain that had started falling.
風もだいぶ出てるよね。いよいよ台風なのかしら。
そのようにテレビでは申しております。遅い台風だそうで、明日いっぱいはこんな調子だそうです。
そう。この素敵なバラ庭園も日中のあれが見納めだったのね。
From the window, what she could see of the rose garden was completely blurred by the wind and the rain. So she don't have any idea where her daughter is.
そうだ。マリアは？
私はお見かけしておりませんが、ゲストハウスにお戻りではないでしょうか。
Rosa knew her daughter's nature well. Ain't no way she had that guest house. And a chill ran up her back. Maria was stupidly straightforward, to the point that stupidly could be repeated 7 times. And if she was ordered to find something that didn't exist, she would look forever and ever. Damn! Even if rain was pouring down.
違うわ。いとこの子たちは先に行ってしまったから、あそこにはマリア一人。あの子は誰かにもうやめろと言われない限り、たとえ槍が降ってこようとあそこに居続けるわ。
See, there go the spirits thing. So this just must be like a saying.
傘もささずに。私は感情に任せてなんてこと。
It has to be, because they both said it, and it was off the cuff. As her mother, she had known about Maria's foolish straightforwardness better than anyone, yet she had once again lost control of her emotions and done such a horrible thing.
Maria!
Yeah, girl, go outside. Rosa pushed Genji away and ran down the hallway. See, the Xanax kicked in. The outside really looked like a typhoon and was pouring down magnificently. Maybe because of some figure of the terrain, the winds were not as strong as the typhoon, so an umbrella wouldn't be torn out of one's hands. Even so, it was enough to call it a storm. There was no time to admire the roses being soaked by the rain.
とりあえず今はマリアが気になるぜ。
Bruh.
まさかあの後もずっと一人でへそ曲げてあそこ。
そうだね。
Ah, sorry.
さすがにこの雨じゃと思いたいところだけど、マリアちゃんはたまにすごく頑固でものすごく愚直な時がある。
Okay, we get it. We hadn't worried much, thinking that Auntie Rosa had taken her back to the mansion. However, it was concerning that Canon-kun had thought that Maria was here when he came from the mansion to call us.
お屋敷ではお見かけしませんでしたので、てっきりこちらにおられるとばかり。ローザ様は仮眠を取られる予定でしたので。
He was like, I didn't have any reason to worry because her mom was asleep, so I figured everything was fine. That's funny.
申し訳ございません。
It's not your fault, it's her damn mama's fault.
傘を差し、急ぎ駆け抜けたもので、そこまでの注意を払いませんでした。
If he had cut through the rose garden on the shortest line between the mansion and the guest house, then he would have missed the place where Maria had been looking for her rose by a little. And it was raining this hard, too. There was a good chance that Canon-kun had failed to notice her.
ここで議論するより直接確かめる方が早いさ。
Yeah, let's just go outside. Fuck the bullshit.
ちょいとかけっこと行こうじゃねえかよ。
6年成長したから僕に勝てるつもりかい？よし、決着をつけようじゃないか。
I love that.
行こう。
Let's just make it a game. George and I flew out into the rain. Jessica and Cannon followed us. Even the names, Shannon Cannon. Like, are all the servants have this name? Like, honestly, if everyone has a logo on their clothes, absolutely they gave the servants names. Wait, does it actually say anything about that? Characters. It probably does. Whoops. Yes! Furthermore, Shannon is nothing more than a pseudonym that she uses when on duty, not her real name. A young but experienced servant, she's normally calm and performs her job flawlessly. She messes up when she gets nervous. Head servant, leading all the other servants who work for the Ashuramiya family. Has served Kinzo longer than any other and has earned his greatest trust. Since he serves Kinzo directly, Kraus and Natsuki think of him as Kinzo's spy. Yeah, there are several other servants. Okay, they're just not here with the on character and their pseudonyms. He and Shannon just happen to be the ones on duty that day. Okay. Performs his duty silently and diligently. He is not highly regarded as a servant, so they don't fuck with him. I mean, I get it. Like, I'm here to get a check. I'm not here to be your friend. And who are thought of as Kinzo's spies. Quitting her job several times. Shrewd and more than competent when it comes to performing her duties. But because of her chattiness and love of rumors, she is not highly regarded as a servant. But she's good at her job. But she's also a mess. Kinzo's spy. Definitely Kinzo's spy. Not Kinzo's spy. Not highly regarded as a servant. Kinzo's attending physician and longtime friend. Once ran a hospital on Nijima, but turned it over to his son and now enjoys his old age in peace. One of the very few people that Kinzo trusts, and now that he is held captive by an unrelenting suspicion of others. Wait. One of the very few people that he trusts, now that he is held captive by an unrelenting suspicion of others. Fair. Big-hearted by nature, he has maintained a long friendship with Kinzo, unperturbed by his tendency to fly into a rage at the slightest provocation. Okay. Old friends. Old friends. Trusted companions. Servants, aka spies, except this one, who's a dick to this one, and really all of them. These are his kids, his 4 kids. Okay, we got Kraus. The other siblings suspect that he plans to claim the entire family. Oh, they updated this. And the antagonism between him and the others grows increasingly severe. A real estate investor who has put a vast amount of money into the development of a resort. However, his results have been harshly criticized. Ava, the second child, hostile towards her brother Kraus, opposes him in almost everything. Yeah. And she has got you. Third child is Rudolph, Wright, and Rosa. She has yet to start taking it seriously. Oh my god. Her daughter Maria, because she doesn't have a partner. His wife, Kyrie, but that's his second wife, because his first wife died? Yes. And that's Battler's mom, Asunu. Our hero. Hideyoshi took his wife's name upon their marriage and was welcomed to the family. He is very nice, yeah. I guess. He started his business from scratch and now works as the president of a company operating medium-sized restaurant chains, P.F. Chang's. or like Applebee's or whatever. Business is soaring and things are going extremely well, kind of. He acts as their leader and arbitrator, I guess. And then Jessica. Ooh. In the absence of any irregularities, it is thought she will eventually inherit the headship of the Ushiramiya family. However, she seems to have no interest at all. Born with weak bronchi and sometimes assailed by sudden asthma attacks. Alright. Asthma attacks, okay. That's gonna come into play. When George called back, Auntie Rosa flew at him in what almost amounted to a tackle. Oh. You were with her last. No. Is she gonna get mad at us? You better act, girl. 6 years ago, Maria had been 3 years old. She had been a cute and pure kid who would just accept whatever anyone said. But 6 years had passed since then. She was 9 now, and experiencing the good and bad parts of life should have taught her something. Right. Why couldn't life just teach my kid how to handle situations? And yet, she's still just as innocent and pure as she used to be. Maria! As I circled the rosebud, something white unexpectedly turned to face me. It was a white umbrella. Maria, holding a white umbrella, was crouching, still searching for that rose. Oh! Her face, which had turned bright red from her crying her eyes out, was dirtied with water and mud. It was truly a pitiful sight. God dang. Poor girl. Maria had probably been here since the rain had started pouring down. It looked like her shoulders were freezing. She looked tired to the bone, but fortunately, since she was holding an umbrella, she was not completely soaked. It was probably an umbrella from the handbag that Maria was always walking around with. Thank goodness. Seriously, thank goodness. I guess. Let's get her ass inside. You standing out here in the rain? Somebody slap her. That mom guilt must be a motherfucker, bro. Tough, 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 tough. Shout out to all the moms out here, not this one. Auntie Rosa threw her own umbrella away and hugged Maria. It looked like Maria still wasn't able to accept it, but she no longer had enough energy left to resist. Jessica and Kanan-kun caught up with us. Aww.
Maria. ずっとここにいたのか。ごめんね。本当に悪いママで。ごめんね。
ローザおばさん、とりあえずお屋敷に行きましょう。このままじゃマリアちゃん風邪をひいちゃう。
そうね。
I'd like to see him show up at dinner. I would love for him to make an appearance. Yes. Just in time. Yeah, get your ass inside. Absolutely. We couldn't stay in the rain forever. We took Maria with us as we headed back to the mansion. Maria apparently wasn't as weak as I thought. When she remembered that dinner was calf steak, she started chanting, "I'm hungry, hungry, ooh, ooh," and returned to her usual healthy self. Well, damn. Auntie Rosa didn't chide Maria on her ooh, ooh good. And there it is.
なんだよ。じゃあその手に持ってる白い傘はどうしたんだよ。
From it seemed that some caring person had brought her an umbrella. A normal girl would look for shelter once it started raining, but there was no way Maria's stubbornness would be broken by something like that. So maybe that person gave up recommending that she find shelter and at least brought an umbrella for her. Who was it? I don't like that. The name that Maria mentioned very happily was that of the island's witch. Rosa took a deep breath and asked again, trying to avoid hurting Maria's feelings now that she was happy. She was like, oh, okay, let's try that again. But who gave you the umbrella? She's not gonna like that doubt. She's like, I already told you. All caps. Period. Maria, who quickly picked up that her mother didn't believe her, made an angry face once again. So Rosa stopped pursuing the subject. It looked like it would be faster to ask the person who had lent Maria the umbrella during dinner rather than ask Maria herself. Bruh. So whoever gave Maria the umbrella is about to turn up. Yeah, come outside. Come to dinner. And really, anyone could have given Maria that umbrella. Except for... it's already starting, bitch. Don't play with me. Anyone in the guest house, aka the 3 cousins, could not have given her the umbrella. I wish I could, like, mark these. Nor could it have been her mother. Anyone else could have given her the umbrella. Along with the dull pounding on the door, the sound of Krause's entreaty could be heard. However, that voice seemed to harbor a sense of resignation that its sound would not reach its intended ears. To be clear, assuming that the person that's going to carry out the ritual is going to use the guise of Miss Mama's right here. Ugh. I need more clues. Truly, please make an appearance. And honestly, shut all this shit down. Apparently, Kenzo was completely focused on the final battle of his long-lasting chess match with Nanjo. His brow wrinkled, he continued to glare at the game board through his spectacles. Krause's voice didn't reach his ears. And honestly, even with the way these shits work, is like there's gonna be so many clues in the later ones. So
私も腹が減った。
damn.
下に降りて食事をせんか。
ならばお前だけで行くといい。
Maybe it's not solvable.
私はもうしばらくこの一手を吟味させてもらうぞ。
Until you get all the clues.
今夜で決着をつけてやる。さもなくばお前との決着は金輪際つけられそうにないからな。
Nanjo stood from his seat, hoping this would prompt Kinzo to do the same, but Kinzo's eyes never left the chessboard. He knew well that Kinzo always displayed a blind concentration when it came to chess. But he had never seen Kinzo as focused as he was now. He was acting almost as though, just as he had said, if the game wasn't finished tonight, there would never be another chance for them to continue their contest. Oh. Further attempts to persistently call him would surely not reach his heart. He's starting the devil's roulette, the demon's roulette, so... And he did put his own life and Nanjo's life up for grabs, so he's like... That's real. He's like, bro, we finna die. Nanjo gave up and headed to the door that Kraus was still banging on. Damn, so maybe he won't show up to his family dinner. The door to the study opened. Okay, Kraus took a step back. Surely Kinzo hadn't actually come out. But it was Nanjo who stood at the door. Kraus breathed a sigh of relief. Damn.
親父殿はお役に立てなくて申し訳ござ
They
い
act
ま
like
せん。
they can't pick this man up. Like, what's he gonna do?
今や金蔵さんの世界はこの部屋だけです。
I mean, I doubt he could make it down the stairs. Nanjo shook his head with a completely defeated expression. Kraus raised his fist once more and banged on the door, shouting.
お父さん、聞こえますか。私たちは下へおりますが、気が向かれたらいつでもおいでください。息子兄弟一同、ずっとお待ちしておりますよ。
He put his kids' lives up too. He don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about him. The voice was very loud and the door was being noisily pounded on. There was do I have the riddle in here? Like if I click... Hell yeah! Okay. Behold the sweet fish river running through my beloved home of old. You seek the golden line, follow its path downstream in search of the key. As you travel down it, you'll see it. It's gonna be not related to. It's gonna be Japanese locked. Okay. It was reaching him. However, he was ignoring it anyway. However, unlike the time he was being called down for lunch, he did not get into a rage. Kinzo was now simply calm at heart, and it was almost as though he had attained peace by turning himself over to fate. Dang!
晩餐にも息子たちの顔にも興味はない。
Not the faces. He said, fuck the motherfucking bullshit, bro.
私がここを出るのはベアトリーチが蘇る時か、私が鍵の生贄に選ばれた時だけだ。
Damn, he said it's all about the epitaph.
もう悪魔のルーレットは回っている。
That means the killer's on the move, bro. Like, that's sinister.
今さら晩餐に何の意味があろう。
God damn. As though the painfully loud banging on the door had completely failed to enter his hearing, Kenzo, in a state of total peace, silently thought about his next chess move. All black? No. Back to dinner. Just as always, Kenzo was the only one missing from the dining hall. Kraus, wearing a bitter smile, returned with Nanjo.
親父殿は相変わらずご気分が優れられないそうだ。年に一度の親族が集まるこの機会に同席できないことを非常に残念がられておられた。
Ava and Rudolph snickered. Judging by Kenzo's character, he didn't regret it at all. And none of his relatives regretted that he hadn't appeared either.
ではディナーを始めようじゃないか。ゴーダ、始めたまえ。
かしこまりました。それでは始めさせていただきます。
Upon finally being told to begin the family conference dinner, his highlight scene for the whole year, God, I bet, Goda nodded, grinning broadly.
マリアに傘を貸してくれた人は誰かしら？
The way she doesn't have any smoke for anybody but her daughter just pisses me off. When Rosa timidly cut through the silence of the dining hall, everyone there turned their attention to her at once.
傘？何の話？
Okay, so here's the thing, right? So if the person, like this mystery person is our mystery person, like anyone could deny it.
さっきマリアがバラ庭園にいた時に雨が降り出して。
And also, no crime has been committed yet, so.
俺が言いたくて。
But assuming that it is going to be the same person, like who would reveal that? It'll ruin the mystery.
俺たちじゃねえぜ。ローザが出てった後は部屋を移してずっと仲良くおしゃべりをしてたからな。
はは、そうやで。あの後も兄弟で仲良くおしゃべりをしとったのや。
I don't like how y'all are using the word friendly. The word friendly fell awkwardly from Hideyoshi's lips, so that even those that hadn't been there realized that it had not been a pleasant conversation.
少なくとも私とエヴァとルドルフと、あと秀吉さんとキリエさんではないことも確かだがね。
He said that very puzzly, very logically. It couldn't have been me, Ava, Rudolph, Kirie, Hideyoshi, Ava, him. Where's Natsuhi? In her room. Could have been Natsuhi.
夏日姉さんとローザさんが出て行った後もずっと一緒だったわ。
So they were all grouped up.
食事の時間までずっとね。
You see how they're saying it so matter-of-factly? These are clues, bitch. The whole time until the meal started, okay?
兄さんは源氏さんと一緒にお父様を呼びに上の書斎へ。
Study with Genji-san to call father. I don't see it. I don't see Kenzo being the type to give an umbrella. It could have been Genji. It could have been any of the servants. It could have been
私たちはそのまま食堂へ直行したもの。
I love a puzzle.
だから私たちではないわね。
At that time, the rest of us went straight to the dining hall. Oh, so he's saying it could not have been Kraus or Genji.
傘を貸すなんて親切。使用人の誰かじゃないの？
That's very likely.
じゃあ、ゴーダさん？
He would never.
私はずっと厨房で準備をしておりましたもので、申し訳ございません。
Goda looks slightly disappointed about missing this chance to show off. Yeah. At that time, Shannon and Kumasawa appeared, pushing a serving cart loaded with hors d'oeuvres.
じゃあ、熊沢さんかシャノンちゃんかしら。はい。何か粗相がございましたでしょうか。
Shannon shrunk, mistakenly thinking that she was being accused of making some error, having come in partway.
違うよ。マリアちゃんがバラ庭園に一人でいた時に雨が降ってきてね。
Shannon went back before anyone did, when we left the beach.
誰かが傘を貸してくれたんだよ。ローザおばさんが
To go do her
その人
afternoon
にお礼を言い
chores.
たいっていうのさ。
おお。ベアトリーチェ。
Maria, her mouth a thin line, said the witch's name in a small voice. Auntie Rosa explained the situation one more time. As she did, Kumasawa-san cackled.
私たちでもございませんよ。
Both of them?
私もシャノンさんも一緒にお部屋の準備をしておりましたから、お外には出ておりません。
Each room?
はい。
Together?
気が利かなくてすみません。
部屋の準備？ とは
Bruh! Do you think you're me?
この雨ですから。
Where did you come from?
ゲストハウスにお帰りになられるのも大変かと思って。使用人たちに屋敷内の客室の準備をするように命じたのです。あら、気が利くじゃない。そうね。この雨の中、表に追い出すのは失礼だものね。
This fucking bitch. I swear.
もう予算か。
Like, can you like chill out, please?
はい。奥様からそのようにご指示を受けまして、私と熊沢さんとカノン君の3人で準備をしておりました。
You, Kumasawa-san, and Cannon were preparing the rooms.
そしてご夕食の時間になり、源氏様からゲストハウスのお子様方をお呼びするようご指示をいただいたため、カノン君が言ってくれたのです。
ですからカノンさんがゲストハウスに行かれる
He said he didn't.
マリアさんを見つけて傘をお渡ししたのではありませんか？
But...
ほー。
Sorry. The person who had actually received the umbrella denied it. Yeah, it was Beatrice. I'm sure it was. Rosa was troubled. All she wanted to do was give a word of thanks to the person who had lent the umbrella, but she couldn't find them. And she had thought that asking like this with everyone gathered for dinner would work immediately. Girl, just let it go at this point, truly.
ごめんなさい。
Yeah, she was inside nursing a headache, apparently.
私は皆さんとの仲良い語らいの後、頭痛がひどかったので、
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness.
ですから、表へは出ていません。
Oh, she was pretending to have a headache.
ジョージ君たち？
No, girl, we all ran outside.
なわけないわよね。
いえ、僕たちじゃありません。僕たちはずっとゲストハウスでテレビを見てました。
むしろ私たちはマリアはおばさんと一緒に屋敷に行ったとばかり。
そこへカノン君が来て、マリアは一緒じゃないのかと聞いたんで、初めて屋敷にはいないのかって分かったんだよ。第一俺だったら傘を貸すより先に手引っ張って屋根の下に連れて行くぜ。
Right. Rosa was completely baffled. One by one, the relatives and the servants were claiming that it wasn't them, even though it really wasn't something anyone would need to hide. With that, by process of elimination, the number of people it could have been wasn't large.
もちろん私でもありませんな。
I was with grandfather the whole time in the study.
雨が降り始めてすぐの頃、金蔵さんの部屋を訪ねて、ついさっきまで一緒に
Where was
して
Genji?
おりました。
Genji who put the blanket on Rosa?
ということは、おじいさまでもないよね。
なんだなんだ、妙な話になってきたぜ。あと残るのは誰だ？
じゃあ誰？源氏さん？ちょっと待って、勘違いしないでくれる？別に私は何かの犯人探しをしてるんじゃないのよ。
I would drop it if I was her, but if she can hear this music in the background, maybe she
雨の中
can't.
のマリアに傘を差し伸べてくれた人に母としてお礼が言いたいだけなの。
As a mother, okay. Like the least mother of all the mothers we've seen. Giving an umbrella to a girl loitering in the rain was something to be praised, not hidden. Despite that, no one raised their hand. You know why? Because some fuck shit's about to happen. Why? Everyone started whispering about how strange this had gotten.
落ち着けよ、ローザ。傘を借りた本人に聞けばいいじゃねえか。
She not gonna like that. An idea that everyone would agree makes sense. They were all scratching their heads at why she didn't just ask Maria, who had been given the umbrella. However, Rosa bit her lower lip because she finna say, Beatrice. After all, she already knew how Maria would answer if asked.
どうりや。ルドルフ君の言う通りやないか。
I know he'd be so tired of people fighting.
マリアちゃん、おじさんに教えてな。マリアちゃんに傘を貸してくれたのは誰や？
She gonna say it. What was that sound? Okay. The dining hall was wrapped in silence for an instant, but that soon broke and it was wrapped in laughter. Damn. Oh yeah, all these kids are like the forest witch. Oh, I need to slow down.
いい話じゃないかね。ローザ、そういうことだ。
Rosa didn't seem satisfied. She just wanted to say thanks for the umbrella. Why did everything have to be so clouded in smoke? She is not one for creativity, which obviously I get it from the outfit. Awful uncle, and he's laughing at her.
それはよかった。無垢だというのは実に羨ましいことではないか。
I mean, maybe he is being nice.
なあ、諸君。
Ooh, Kraus was laughing with a face that was clearly mocking her. But Maria, apparently feeling that her claim was being believed, was overjoyed. Man, fuck you. I couldn't imagine being a kid of one of these awful parents. No, bitch. Let's use our heads. Jessica asked me in a small voice that wouldn't carry over to Maria, who was sitting across from me. I mean, she's been the type to believe something at face value. If we had heard that kind of story pop out of this old bastard's mouth, we'd have just taken it as another joke. However, coming from Maria's mouth, it became somewhat inexplicable, strangely unsettling. Right. Yes. Every time we've seen this kid, we told her something that was a complete joke, and she totally ate it up. She don't play around. She says ooh, it means period. Auntie Rosa probably knew that better than anyone. It appeared that because of this weird situation, she had no idea what was going on anymore. If Maria says that she borrowed an umbrella from Beatrice, that definitely was Beatrice. Maria thinks so. Is all we know for sure, right? If it actually was, I mean... Could be the lady in the mistress, but she's like old. Are you saying that Genji or someone put on that? Honestly, it's not impossible. Jessica shrugged jokingly, but her expression wasn't completely joking. I mean, that would make sense. And everything would still be in line. Once the hors d'oeuvres were set out and Goda showed off his vast store of knowledge, the meal began. Yeah, just skip right through it for us. We don't need to know. A couple casual chats broke out here and there, but they seemed somehow distant. It was a quiet dinner, granting no respite, despite whatever, from the intrusive sound of rain that was creeping into the dining hall. Kumasawa and Shannon, pushing the serving cart, ran into Genji and Cannon on their way to the kitchen. Someone fess up.
Genji-san desu ka? Maria-sama ni kasa o kasareta no wa?
Kasa? Nan no koto da?
And again, assuming that it was Beatrice and Beatrice is going to carry out the ritual, Beatrice asterisk, right? There's no reason to reveal yourself as the person who gave the umbrella.
雨が降り出した時にマリア様は一人でバラ庭園におられたそうで、そこでどなたかに傘をお借りになったそうなのです。
It could have been anybody still in my eyes except for the 3 cousins and the mom.
それがどなたかわからないのです。
And so we're just gonna go with that line of thinking and see how this plays out.
マリア様はゲストハウスにいると思ってたくらいだからね。
If anything, it's most likely to be him, right? Because he was the only one confirmed outside during that period.
バトラ様が最初に見つけられた時には
Oh, that's true. I mean, you could double back, bro.
申し訳ないが、それは私でもない。
Same with him. Like, no one has seen where any of these people are.
じゃあまさか親方様でしょうか。
I don't think he has it in him. Everyone in both the dining hall and the place where they were sitting now had stated that it wasn't them, which meant that only Kinzo was left. But
何かのご用で廊下を歩かれているとき、偶然バラ庭園に傘もささないマリア様が見えたとか。
or maybe he threw it out the window.
親方様はマリア様のことをあまりお好きではない。
And if anyone knows anything about the master, it's gonna be him, bro.
同感だね。
And him. So that might be a
親
fact.
方様がマリア様のために直々に開花までお越しになって傘をお持ちくださるとは考えられないよ。
He doesn't even like his kids. Why would he like the bastard?
あら、困りましたわね。
She's like juicy.
では、マリア様に傘をお貸しになられたのは本当にベアトリーチェ様ってことに？
See, and she's saying that even like a joke. It's like, oh, it was Santa Claus. Yeah, right, exactly. Kumisala laughed just like the relatives in the dining hall had laughed it off. She couldn't think of any other way to break through the smoke veiling the current situation. And she is wise. Just then, and you can tell she's wise because she be making Ava rethink her life. Just then, the crisp sound of hands clapping twice rang through the hallway. Goda. Gross. They all turned around at once to see that it was Goda who was coming out of the dining hall.
さあさあ皆さん、
Sa-san,
ディナーは配膳のタイミングも大事です。
Hideon, he said y'all is
すぐ
slow.
にスープの配膳に取り掛かってください。源氏さん、彼女らは大切なお仕事中ですので、お引き止めになられないでください。
He's actually being surprisingly nice. Or polite about it. Canon glared at Goda for being rude to Genji, a person Canon respected. Genji, realizing this, patted Canon once on the shoulder as if to warn him. Canon reluctantly turned away and returned his expression to normal. I know all these servants like looking at Goda, bro. If the servants are spies and none of the servants fuck with Goda, is Goda in the clear? Goda would be very surprising if he were suspicious. He seems to like not really into anything except what he's got going on.
タラタラしない。急ぎますよ。
Goda grabbed the serving cart from Shannon and drove it past her, heading towards the kitchen at pace.
では、私どもも厨房に戻らせていただきます。高田さんも気の短い方ですからね。
私もこれで失礼いたします。
Kumasawa and Shannon left. Only Genji and Canon remained. Through the window, the darkness of the rainy night could be seen along with the occasional thunderbolt.
源氏様、ベアトリーチェ様が本当にお戻りになられたのでしょうか。
わからん。
親方様にお知らせしますか。
Okay, we gotta merge the worlds. Because what does this even mean to them?
せずともよい。本当にお戻りになられたんだ。やがておのずと親方様の前へ現れよう。
The mistress, this is referring to the woman in the portrait.
それに、あれは気まぐれなお方。
And if anyone knows the woman in the portrait, it's going to be the man that has known, the man that knows what's going on for the past like 50 years.
親方様にご報告申し上げたところで、お姿を現されないことには何の意味もない。
Whatever that means.
親方様の儀式はすでに始まっているということでしょうか。
And is the woman in the portrait, right, who's tied to Kenzo's past, hang on. So out of all these people here, someone here will be a killer. But there's also a woman that gave him the gold in his past that predates any of these people being in his life, except for these two. Okay. Someone is dressing up as the woman from his past to carry out the ritual. So is he waiting for the woman from his past? Okay, sorry. Until our final moments. So, because they know about the ritual and they know about the macabreness of the ritual, so they know that the ritual will end in death and they know that their lives are up for stake. Furniture. The thunder crashed once more. Except for that instant when the lighting lit up the sky, all that could be seen out of the window was the darkness of night. Just as humans rule when the sun is up, the time when the sun is down is ruled by those that are not human, the other master of the house. The darkness of night, master arrives. Season with the darkness of night that now surrounded Rakajima was ruled not by the Shiromiya family, but by another master. Did this master take pity on Maria when she was alone and pummeled by the rain in the rose garden, lend her an umbrella? Cannon looked at the rose garden's lights, dimly visible beyond the window. The dim lights were not enough to illuminate the surrounding area. Looking at those lights felt like making eye contact with the witch, and Cannon forcibly averted his gaze. Okay. Cannon believes in the forest magic. If he didn't, it felt like his eyes would be absorbed by that light. Okay, so some people believe in this shit. Perhaps the weather was also a factor. You often hear stories about how things like atmospheric pressure can influence people's moods and physical health. For some time now, everyone had been making periodic attempts to clear the gloomy atmosphere, but any conversation was quickly cut off, and in the end, the dining hall was simply buried by the sound of the rain. Dessert was some kind of chocolate cake accompanied by pear sherbet. Goda-san enthusiastically explained the recipe as if delivering the coup de grace, but I quickly forgot the details. The guest of honor, grandfather, was absent. The weather was horrible, and the person who had lent Maria the umbrella was still a mystery. When dinner ended, no one felt even one bit refreshed. It was too late now, but I realized painfully that taste wasn't the only important part of the meal. The whole atmosphere was also critical. Goda-san, the supposed conductor of this performance called dinner, did his best to enliven the place. Dropping little jokes left and right, but it seemed they didn't quite get there. That's funny. After taking orders for after-dinner coffee, tea, and orange juice, he left for the kitchen. That's for Maria. That's so sweet. As soon as he disappeared, Uncle Kraus spoke.
やれやれ。せっかくゴーダが腕を振るってくれた晩餐も
Damn.
こうも沈み込んでしまっては実に
That
味
is my
気な
cat.
いというものだ。
まったくね。今日は何を食べても美味しく感じられない。そういう気分よ。
You know, Goda was waiting all 365 days for this day.
どうしてそういう気分なのか聞きたいね。心が晴れ晴れできるよう兄として後で協力させてもらうよ。
Are they gonna do coke or something? Auntie Ava grimaced slightly. I had already heard that she was not on good terms with Uncle Kraus, but now I could clearly feel it. Yeah, girl, you missed that combo. When I looked around, I noticed that my dad and Auntie Rosa were also grimacing. Anyhow, it looked like there was something besides the weather that was troubling all of them. You'll know the half of it.
エヴァおばさんもうちの親父もずいぶん機嫌が悪そうっすね。
そう。私はそうは思いませんよ。
Natsuhi's like, I lost the battle, but I won the war. I asked Aunt Natsuhi, who was sitting on my right, but it looked like she was also in a bad mood. She snapped back as though she was absolutely not interested.
まあちょいと大人な話で込み入ってな。
Keep
バ
it
トラ君
light.
たち子供は気にせんでええ話や。
Keep it light.
なあ夏日さん、桐江さん。
Uncle Hideyoshi laughed as he spoke, but without his usual brightness. So I could vaguely imagine just how complicated their adult conversation had actually become. On top of that, even at Natsuhi and Kiryu-san, the people who had directed his comment to, ignored him as though they hadn't heard anything. I didn't know what kind of conversation I don't know why I did that. They've been having all we could throw away. But it reminded me of how Dad had said he had stomach cramps when we had arrived at the mansion. The family conference might have been a playful reunion to us kids, but it was definitely different for the adults. Alright. After Uncle Hideyoshi was ignored by the other adults, an awkward silence fell over the room. Kiryu-san spoke up.
子供たちの進路はどうなるのかしらとか、
Smooth.
そういう話よ。
That's right. Just put it on that pressure.
バトラ君は将来はどうするの？
Damn.
ぼんやりと大学進学？そんなのじゃ長い人生レースのスタートラインとしては心細いわよ。
What is this? Damn.
あいたたたた。
Right. Damn. I just got here.
桐江さん。飯の最中にそんな話されちまったら消化不良で便秘になっちまうぜ。
He's so brash.
そうやそうや。バトラ君やジェシカちゃんの進路の話をしとったんや。
These adults are evil.
将来のことは真剣に考えんとあかんで。
And all of them are broke. That's so funny. Hideyoshi heartily agreed as if they really had been talking about that, but they probably hadn't. Kiryu-san had obviously been trying to avoid talking about something. However, if Kiryu-san had determined that this was the best course of action for now, then she was probably right. Yeah, she seems to have a level head, unless it concerns Rudolph, is what I'm getting. Taking this into account, more level than Natsuhi and Ava and Rosa. Shit. Taking this into account, I decided to cast aside my suspicions as to the cause behind Auntie Ava and Dad's bad moods. At long last, the serving cart returned, filled with coffee and tea. Kumasawa-san and Shaman-chan served it to everyone. Goda-san then explained that with this, tonight's dinner was over. If I had been able to eat in a more cheerful mood, it might have been the best dinner of my life. It was a shame that the sweetest of dinners couldn't have been had under the greatest of conditions. A different light. Different mood. She's in such a much better mood. I'm so happy.
これでおしまいだよ。
はしてないわよ。
Oh my god.
お席について落ち着いてジュースを飲みなさい。
Maria looked like she was really excited about the occasionally crashing thunder. Maybe she wanted to quickly finish eating and run over to the window. She had been fidgeting for a while, waiting for the meal to end. Girl, I bet. Some people are afraid of thunder, while others find it interesting, and Maria was apparently one of the latter. So when she heard from George that dinner was over, a huge smile broke across her face. She then stood from her seat, took out her handbag, which she had set under her seat, never having left it even while she was eating, and began fishing around inside of it. No one seemed particularly concerned with this behavior.
なんだい？それはどこから持ってきたの？
Oh shit. George was the first to notice it. As he spoke, Battler also noticed. God damn. When she waited till they got finished eating dinner. When they looked, they noticed that Maria was now holding a beautiful Western-style envelope. On the front of the envelope, the Ushirimiya family crest, the one-winged eagle, was done in gold leaf. Furthermore, it was sealed with dark red wax, imbuing a level of class upon it that made it clear that this was not something that Maria should be carrying around for fun.
Maria-chan.
Why one wing?
それは何?
It seemed that Natsuhi had also noticed the strangeness of the envelope that Maria was holding. Oh, why are you freaking out? How'd she say that?
Maria-chan.
Oh,
それは何?
Probably because it has the logo on it, and she's like, I did not approve that. Because her voice sounded too serious to be admonishing a small child, the other relatives around her finally know. That's what I'm saying, like...
どうしたよ、夏日姉さん。
Why are you freaking out?
それ何? あなたそれをどこで拾ったの?
その封筒は金蔵さんの。
How's the seal, baby? As Nanju muttered that even as kids could understand why everyone seemed to be frozen solid. The envelope that Maria held was one of the Ushirimiya family heads' custom-made envelopes for private use. In other words, it could only mean one thing. It had to have come from Kenzo. The envelope contained a message from Kenzo.
どうしてそんな封筒がここにあるんだね。
こいつは面白いもんが飛び出してくるぜ。
And honestly, Natsuhi's ass would be like, how'd you get that? Were you running through my things?
ちょいとわしに見せてみ。
Back up.
ダメ、マリアが読むの。
Period.
マリアがみんなに読んで聞かせなさいって言われたの。
Period. Uncle Hideyoshi tried to snatch the envelope out from Maria's hands, but she protected it as though hugging it and didn't let go.
秀吉兄さん、子供相手
Yeah,
に
you
力ず
need
くなんていけません
to
よ。
chill out before you get...
マリアちゃん、その封筒はどうしたの?
She already told y'all.
傘を貸してくれた時にベアトリーチェにもらった。
Period.
ご飯が終わったらマリアがみんなに読んで聞かせろって言われた。
Period.
マリアは魔女のメッセンジャーなの。
You got it.
メッセンジャー？この島の魔女様は随分と洒落てるじゃねえかよ。
Honestly, genius. Like, have the kid do it. No one's gonna suspect the kid. Battler tries to joke about it, but no one went along with him.
それで中には何て書いてあるのかしら、マリアちゃん。
She's like, I'll tell you. Maria casually opened the envelope. It was sealed only with wax, so she just had to remove the sealing wax to open it. That sealing wax fell into the dust. Hideyoshi hastily picked it up with his nasty fingers and stared fixedly at it. He then set it in the center of the table, where Natsuhi, Kyrie, and Nanjo glared at it. Imprinted there in the sealing wax was the one-winged eagle, which was the Ushiramiya family crest and also Kenzo's personal crest. So it's official.
私は金蔵さんに手紙をもらったことがあるからわかる。これは間違いなく金蔵さんの風浪だ。
でもこのお屋敷には
Is there only
それと同じ紋章がいくつも
one?
あるのでは？例えば風浪用のハンコのようなものがあれば、金蔵さんでなくても風浪はできるのでは？
いや、金蔵さんは風浪には必ず自分が指にしている後ろ宮家当主の証の指輪で刻印をする。
Proof of the headship. Beatrice. So this is official.
この形や複雑な衣装は間違いなく金蔵さんの風浪だ。
そうとは限らんよ。親族であれば一度くらいは親父の手紙を受け取ったことはあるはず。
That's true. Like, we don't know when this was written.
その風浪をもとに偽の紋章を作り、親父殿を語って刻印した可能性が否めない。
兄貴に同感だ。風浪に刻印されている紋章がどれだけ親父のものに酷似していたとしても間違いだからその封筒が親父のものであるという証拠にはならない。
I keep cutting Rudolph off on accident.
私も全く同じよ。風浪の刻印だけでお父様の手紙だなんて決めつけることには同意できないわ。
All the adults are like, what if it's a will?
南條先生、曖昧な言葉は慎んでいただけるかしら。
これは失礼。出過ぎた口でしたな。
Okay. One after another, all the siblings from Kraus on downwards rejected Nanjo's statement, saying that the envelope that Maria was holding had not necessarily been sent by Kenzo. They were afraid. Kenzo's intentions were written in there, and they feared from the bottoms of their hearts that it might be some decidedly unfavorable announcement regarding the inheritance.
マリア、その封筒は傘を貸してくれた人がくれたの。
Which again, even all the more reason why the person who gave her that umbrella would not reveal themselves. And also, like, it's just, bro. Yeah, you do. Don't be rude.
つまり魔女ベアトリーチェが傘と一緒にマリアちゃんにその封筒を。
I'm less inclined to think that it's the siblings because they're denying the authenticity of the letter, and whoever gave her the letter obviously wants her to present the letter because they told her to read the letter. It could, I mean, that would be more suspicion thrown off of them, but it doesn't. The siblings less likely. Still could be them though. Maria nodded forcefully. Nobody asked you.
得体の知れない何者かが手渡した怪文書です。読むにも値します。
せめて読むくらいいいじゃねえかよ。
Right, like what are you afraid of? Battler said it to Jessica in a small voice, pretending to stir things up, but Natsui heard him clearly and glared at him with threatening eyes.
それでマリアはそのベアトリーチェに食事が終わったら読めって言われたんだな。
Period.
いいじゃないの皆さん。これはおじい様の封筒ではなく、ベアトリーチェの封筒。
Yeah, let's just see what's in
誰が書い
here.
たのかはともかく、中身を聞いてからの判断でもいいんじゃないかしら。
Okay, level head.
そうやな。お父さんが書いたとは限らんが、中身が気になるんは事実や。
Right.
マリアちゃん、さっきは無理やり取ろうとしてすまんかった。謝るからみんなの前でそれ読み上げてくれんか。
マリア、読みなさい。
As all the relatives stared fiercely at Maria, she spread the letter open with a rustle. Yeah, y'all not laughing now, huh? I didn't think
本当に親
so.
父の手紙だと思うか。ありえんね。親父殿が私たちに何かを発表するときは直接でなければいつだって源氏さんを通してじゃないか。このようなこじゃれた
Where are the
方法でする
servants?
と
I need the
思う
servants.
ね。
I need a map to tell me where the servants are at all times.
そうよ。
Except Goda.
マリアをメッセンジャーに？それこそお父様の趣味じゃないわよ。
She's not wrong, but she don't gotta be mean.
ローザ、これはマリアちゃんが私たちを脅かそうという何かの隠し芸なんでしょ？
マリアはそんな気の利いたことができる子じゃないわ。
Please let her read. The words came out of Maria's mouth, but for some reason, it felt like her voice was different than usual. Everyone went suddenly silent.
六軒島へようこそ、後宮家の皆様方。
Girl, you better speak. Let's get into it.
私は金蔵様にお仕えしております当家顧問錬金術師のベアトリーチェと申します。
Oh, she is reading the house down.
そんなアホな。
She said, it's not time for games. We putting ooh ooh to the side. Okay.
長年にわたりご契約に従いお仕えしてまいりましたが、本日金蔵様よりその契約の終了を宣告されました。
He did.
よって本日をもちまして当家顧問錬金術師のお役目を終了させていただきますことをどうかご了承くださいませ。
The contract being the gold. And Kenzo's like, you can have the gold back. Okay.
くだらん。ざれ言だ。
聞くに耐えません。
That's too bad.
さてここで皆様に契約の一部をご説明しなければなりません。私ベアトリーチェは金蔵様にある条件とともに莫大な黄金の貸与をいたしました。
Right.
その条件とは契約終了時に黄金のすべてを返還すること。
Okay.
そして利息として後宮家のすべてを頂戴できるというものです。
Okay.
もう
That's
めちゃくちゃや。
why the family's on the roulette. Okay.
初めっからむちゃくちゃだぜ。
要するにあれだろ。よくある悪魔の契約みたいなやつなんだろ。
Very Faustian.
ほんで契約がおしまいってことになるから利子を回収に来たってわけだ。
Very Faustian.
いいんや長年の退職金のつもりかな。
I mean, honestly, if that's it right there, that'd be very funny.
ちゃっかりした魔女だぜ。
バトラ君、
Little insurance
今は
fraud.
茶化さない方がいい。
Little fraud. Battler made a face as if to ask, if I can't make fun of this, what can I make fun of? No, really. At the same time, some of the adults' faces were pale, while others looked completely shocked. Oh, so like,
こ
they
れだけを
believe
お
it?
聞きならば
They believe
皆
it.
様は金蔵様のことをなんと無慈悲なのかとお嘆きにもなられるでしょう。しかし金蔵様は皆様に富と名誉を残す機会を設けるため特別な条項を追加されました。
I guess they're like shocked that the gold has been gone. So like, Yeah, that's fair. Also, this is the bop.
その条項が満たされた時に限り、私は黄金と利子を回収する権利を永遠に失います。
The interest being their lives. That's funny.
特別な条項
Very cheeky if they solve the riddle.
それは何よ
Solve that damn riddle.
特別条項。契約終了時にベアトリーチェは黄金と利子を回収する権利を持つ。ただし、隠された契約の黄金を暴いた者が現れた時、ベアトリーチェはこの権利を全て永遠に放棄しなければならない。利子の回収はこれより行いますが、もし皆様のうちの誰か一人でも特別条項を満たせたなら。
Oh God. Shortly, bitch?
すでに回収した分も含めて全てお返しいたします。なお、回収の手始めとしてすでに後ろ宮本家の家督を受け継いだことを示す後ろ宮家当主の指輪をお預かりさせていただきました。封印のろうそくにてそれをどうかご確認くださいませ。
これがそうだというのか。親父が指輪を手放すなどありえん。
They gotta drop the ring off. She should have put the ring in the thing. Kraus is staring at the sealing wax as though he was trying to burn a hole through it. Ava and Rudolph were doing the same over his shoulder. Well, no, because then you have to seal it, so you can't put the ring in there.
金蔵さんの指に何か足りんような違和感は感じ取りました。
南條先生、おぼろげな記憶でいい加減なことを言わないように。
その心眼をここでは測れないわ。本当に指輪をお父様は確かに手渡したのか、この手紙が本当の話かどうかはお父様に直接確認すればいいだけの話じゃない。
I agree. Sorry, just read that. Absolutely. And we need to confirm some things about Granddad.
キリエさんの言う通りだわ。
果たして金蔵さんがそれを答えてくれますかね。
Well, why don't you take your ass up there and we'll see?
あの人のお考えは時に
I don't give a fuck. We just need to look at his finger, bro. We don't even gotta talk to him. We literally can walk in, look at the bed, look at his finger.
どの道ざれ言の息を出んね。
Wouldn't that... Never mind.
第一、黄金幻想自体が親父殿のまやかしだ。
Man, I don't care about all that. Let me go upstairs and let me see the ring.
ありもしない黄金の話を始めるのはお前たちだけで十分だ。
でも魔女様はおっしゃってるわよ。黄金を見つけたものに
Yeah, I'm
家督
sure...
とすべての財産を引き渡すってね。
I'm sure her ears perked up.
つまりベアトリーチェ様はお父様の顧問弁護士もしくは金庫番でもあられるってことじゃないのかしら。このような怪しげな文章を子供に託すような怪人物を信用することなどできません。
Some proof would be nice. For this is kind of serious. And so a little wax seal, you're gonna have to do a little bit more than that.
腹を割ってもらうぜ。兄貴の知らない人物が親父の財産管理をしてるようなことはあり得るのか。
いや、それはない。私は当主代行として親父殿のすべての財産を把握している。私に知られずにそれらを自由にできる人間はいないはずだ。
Okay.
じゃあつまりクラウス兄さんの把握していない財産ってことじゃないの？
バカな。そんなものあるわけがない。
We've never seen him sweat this much.
あるわよ。 兄さんが把握していないお父様の資産。
Ooh, she got the fan out too?
そんなものあるわけがありません。
いや、あるで。
They did look through your finances.
それがお父さんの、いや、ベアトリーチェの隠し黄金や。
話を整頓しよう。つまり親父には兄貴も知らない腹心がいた。そしてそいつはずっと黄金の番と運用を任されてきたわけだ。あるいは悪魔の契約まがいのルールで融資した神塚の大富豪か。
I guess.
その腹心のベアトリーチェさんは自分の黄金を融資する相手として息子兄弟の誰がふさわしいか試したいということなのかしら。
You know, I don't think it's as businessy as that. What Kyrie said was something that all of the siblings wanted clarified. Upon reflection, they realized that during the time Kinzo's strange epitaph had been displayed in the hall beneath the portrait of the witch, they had always whispered that the one who solved the puzzle would receive everything. Yet no one had ever clearly stated it. It was just something that everyone had hoped might be true. That had, right here, right now, been clearly expressed by Beatrice's letter. It clearly specified that everything of the Ushiramiya family would be given to the one who found the gold.
黄金の隠し場所についてはすでに金蔵様が
Damn.
私の肖像画の下に碑文にて公示されております。
My portrait.
条件は碑文を読むことができるものすべてに公平に。黄金を暴けたなら私はすべてをお返しするでしょう。それではどうか今宵を金蔵様との知恵比べにて存分にお楽しみくださいませ。今宵が知的かつ優雅な夜になるよう心よりお祈りいたしております。
That is fierce.
黄金のベアトリーチェ。
黄金のベアトリーチェ。Fierce. I still would like a little bit more real proof than that. Oh shit, his door auto locks too. The door to Kenzo's study was being violently beaten against over and over like a percussion instrument. The screams coming from the other side were Krause's, Rudolph's, and sometimes Ava's voices. It was the siblings who were trying to intrude upon Kenzo's study to question him about the truth behind that mysterious letter. Kenzo was eating. He don't give a shit. An elegant tablecloth was set over the desk, and the fabulous dinner that covered the table down in the dining hall was once again laid out. Kinzo continued his meal in silence. Shannon, taking away a servant, what'd I tell you? Taking away an empty plate, looked uncomfortably between the door being beaten on and Kinzo's face.
皆さんがお呼びですが、いかがいたしますか？
捨ておけ。神と我が晩餐は沈黙を尊ぶ。
黙らせます。
必要ない。我が耳には届いておらぬ。
Kenzo coolly tasted his food. Genji quietly lowered his head and took a single step back. Bro, as he did, Cannon, who stood in reserve like a shadow behind, and to the side of Genji, opened his mouth. All the servants are in here? Where's Kumasawa?
ベアトリーチェ様より手紙を受け取られたとのことで、その真偽を確かめたいのでしょう。
When did everyone move upstairs?
あやつめ、早速始めおったか。さあ、ベアトリーチェ。かけるコインに不足はあるまい。
The first episode always sets up the problem. It doesn't ever give you no kind of answer, so that's what I should expect.
存分に今宵を楽しもうではないか。負ける気はないぞ。
I mean, if your door locks,
微
shit.
笑みは永遠に私のものだ。もう一度見られるなら、富も名誉も我が命すらも惜しくはない。
I also don't think it could be Kenzo for a number of reasons, but most importantly, I think he's waiting for someone to kill him. Based off the way he talks. See, even the way they talk about this whole ritual, it's up to chance. And what kind of magic is magic if it only works some of the times, you know? Fierce. O'clock. Period.